Hello everybody. Welcome to my first tutorial ever. I am, little background on me, I'm pretty much like a tutorial sponge. You know, I soak up tutorials all day long. I thought maybe it was about time for me to start putting some out. So, Castle Story. So, this video is based on building bridges in Castle Story. Now, a lot of you out there have really good videos, tutorial videos, and I've been trying to figure out how to make a really useful bridge to clear these gaps. With a lot of playing around, a lot of tweaking here and there, you know. As far as I understand, you can build a bridge up to 3 blocks away or something like that. It's just like if you build one here, you know, you can build a side one, if I can get that. That's a bad example because it's on the ground. Well, I'll straighten out in a second. Where are we at here? Again, this is my first tutorial, so talking to myself seems a bit odd. Alright. A lot of the tutorials I've seen, you build bridges like this, where it's about this far apart. Let me get rid of those because that's kind of bothering me. How do you guys do retakes in this thing? Let's just get rid of these crap. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, there we go. Okay, this right here is what I was familiar with. The music is loud in my headset. Let's turn all this stuff down. Okay. So, which by the way, I love the new patch. I like the little tweaks here and there. They're awesome. Okay. So anyways, alright, so as far as I understand, this is about as far as you can build a bridge. You know, you build one support on one side, another support, and as long as you're building on both sides in, you should be okay. Now, that's good if you're building, I guess, a bridge on the same island, but when you're trying to build across these gaps, it seems to be a little bit different because first, if you got to build from both sides, you got to get to one side. So a lot of you have seen the stairs where they just kind of stack them up. Just let me see if I can do it without actually telling them to. That's a bad example. Alright, here we go. You know, we can do this, you know, and that's fine. That gets us to the other side for the most part. You know, that gets us to the other side. And that's cool, but that doesn't look like a bridge. Well, I guess it's a bridge, type of bridge. Not what I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for something more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Anyways, let's get rid of that. So, I've been trying to figure out a way to do this, right? So, I started building logs on the floor, literally just building a log on the floor, and I noticed that all the textures were still staying the same because, you know, it was building one continuous beam. So I got an idea of how to do that, how to build this really long bridge. Well, let me just build a stone block here. Just be easier. Let's build one there. I'm gonna line it up way over here. Don't start with me. I think that's right. Okay. Build. Okay, so I started trying to figure out how far I can build these logs. So basically what I did was I just started by placing a log down and placing a connector at such log. Alright, now what I've noticed is you can basically do this however you want. You know, there's no real trick or secret to it, other than you just have to make sure that the beam that is going across has two supports on each side at all times. So if I'm going to try to build from here, there's no support underneath it, so it won't let me build it, as you can see. If I put a support underneath it like such, I think I missed that support. Yeah, I missed the support. Alright, ignore that. Let's actually no. Oh, that was right. I'm sorry. I was right. The reason that's right is I took the concept of this whole space gap thing, where if you build on both sides, you build a gap. So I take that and I place my log on it like that. As you see, I have a support underneath it, builds the log, and now I also have the same middle gap, which, if you can tell, makes one long beam. Now, it's the same thing all the way across. You know, all you got to do is place a support underneath it and just go from there. I just make all mine going the same direction. Just kind of counting the squares that gets to you sometimes. Two. And pretty much that's all you're doing, is just going all the way across. As you see here, I have it set up. Now, it's easy on the floor, you know, down here, because they can walk however they want. Now, this is actually longer than I've actually built in some of my thing, so I'm actually going to experiment here real quick. Obviously this is longer than 10 blocks. That's a pretty long bridge. Any longer than that, I don't think you need anything longer than that, but it's there, you know. So from there, all you really need to do then is just remove the supports, you know. I don't know if this bridge will hold up this long. I know it holds up to about here because I built my bridges to here, but let's find out if it holds all the way this great distance here. As you can see, there's a little bit of a texture split there, so that might be the distance. Looks about the distance. Oh, it's gone, so maybe not. Hold on, we'll see. Trust me, you'll know when it doesn't work because the bridge just falls apart, as maybe many of you have seen already. Alright, so there you go. So it is able to work like that. Let's get rid of all this extra crap. So as you can see, the bridge is holding very nicely. These are some pictures of other bridges I've built, just to get an idea of what it takes to build it. And that will wrap up this tutorial on how to build a bridge in Castle Story. I want to thank you all for watching my first tutorial, and if anyone has any advice for me on improving my tutorial skills, please send me a message, or you can just make a tutorial on it and I will watch it and probably subscribe to it. Thanks again, and good luck with your bridges.